Hey, City of Nacogdoches, Amy Mahaffey here with another episode of Cues from You. I'm so excited that y'all been watching these videos and been engaging with us and asking lots of questions. These videos are really stressful for me to make. I have no problems talking in front of people, but for whatever reason, when I send this video out into cyberspace, it like makes me feel very vulnerable. So I appreciate y'all, saying nice things and engaging with us and our topics. And the more feedback we get from you, the more we can customize these videos to really be about what you want to learn about. And so I'm going to keep today kind of short and sweet, but it is going to be quite educational because we get a lot of questions here at the city about why should I be involved with my local government? There are so many things happening at the federal level and at the state level that I want to talk about. Big headlines, lots of changes in our political environment. And I really just want to be involved with that. The local stuff's going to take care of itself. And today I'm going to tell you why, local control, that term local control, is so important and why you are so important in that process. Local decisions have made our communities a place where we can work and live and do business. Having a voice in these decisions and having a voice in your community and in your neighborhood have really come under attack with legislation in the past few years at the state level. We have great representatives and we talk to them often here at the city, but we want to keep encouraging you all as citizens to keep that line of communication with your state representatives because last legislative session, there were a lot of things that brought cities under assault. And so local control became this hot topic because there was a philosophical discussion about, should we get to have a say in things that happen in our local community, or should we have blanket policies that affect the entire state? The local legislators, if you don't talk to them and you don't make your thoughts and opinions known, have the power of taking away our community voice. And so it is so important for you to make sure that you tell the Travis Clartys of the world and the folks that are going to be newly elected in the midterms here next month that you have a say and you want to keep having a say in what happens locally. And then not only do that, but also engage with your local city council members and let them know, about the services that you want from the city and how you want those paid for. There's been a dramatic growth across the board in the state of Texas, and that's indisputable proof, in my opinion, and statistically, that Texas is good at attracting people and it's good at attracting businesses. We have a lot of discussion on social media, especially here in Nacogdoches. There's always this rumor that goes around about, Nacogdoches doesn't want growth. Nacogdoches doesn't want new businesses. And that's, of course, not true. And we've gone through kind of why the challenges we have in our community and why those things are important. And we'll continue to talk about that. But the data is pretty solid that, the population grows every year in our state. People are coming into our state and coming into our community because they have a quality of life that they want for their families. You hear here locally that you hear all kinds of stories. I went away. I went and had a career. I started to have a family. I wanted that small town life that I grew up with. I want that quality of life that Nacogdoches provides. So I moved my family back here. Found a job in Nacogdoches, and we're happy to raise our kids in this small town environment where you see people at the grocery store that and it's easy to get across town and run errands and do things that you need to do. And so we want to keep making sure that we have a voice in our community and that the fiber of Nacogdoches stays unique because Texans are very proud. We're very proud people. We always say, you hear people say, everything's bigger in Texas. That comes from a pride, a place of pride that no other state really has. And I think that's also true with Nacogdoches. People are always proud to be from Nacogdoches. And so as a whole, Texas cities provide the infrastructure and the quality of life that businesses need and that families need to live their day-to-day life and to have the kind of life that they want. There's been a lot of misleading information in our headlines and from politicians that want us to believe that communities are not favorable for jobs. They are creating job killing policies that are unfriendly to businesses. And every day, our reality and the data that I just explained to you proves that that's not true. There are a lot of challenges that come with population growth, however, And things like traffic congestion, the need for more police officers, the need for more firefighters, improved and expanded water and sewer lines, new trash collection routes, things like that that your local government provides, are highly dependent upon us being able to make those decisions here locally. When the state government provides very little funding, other than some grants here and there, state grants, tiny grants that we get, the city of Nacogdoches is required to provide services to its residents pretty much on its own. And so you want to be able to have a say in what those services are. Trash is a service. Your water is a service. Being able to call the fire department on a medical issue is a service. And so we have to be able to provide those services that you've become accustomed to. And we want you to have a say in what those services are in the future. As a community, we have to make these decisions on a local level, and we have to decide how we want to pay for them. And so we want you to have a voice and lead this community, and not legislators that are located hundreds of miles away. And while they represent us, you have to continue the conversation with them to make sure that bad bills and bad legislation doesn't get passed that would take away our local control. We all know that Texas is our home, and we're a very, very proud state, like I said, that's unlike any other. And the same holds true for Nacogdoches. Like I said, people are always proud to be from Nacogdoches. And so the character and the fiber of our community is shaped by the values and the priorities of the people who live here, you who are sitting at home watching this video. And we don't want to be told by the state legislator that we have to conform to a certain way of thinking or a certain way of living. And that holds true for policies that come out of Washington and Austin. We all have multiple views of how it is to be a Texan, and there's not just one way to be a Texan. And so I think that we can all agree that we want to continue to make decisions here at home for our local community. In the next episode, I'm going to kind of go over a little bit more about how it affects Nacogdoches specifically. Now that you know about local control and why it is so important, I hope you tune into the next episode. I also want to keep encouraging you to contact us. Social media is a very powerful tool in our community. You've been doing an awesome job with writing questions and even criticizing us. We welcome the criticism. So you let us know what you think about this video, what you think about these topics, and any other topic that you might want to see covered in the future, and we will listen. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time.